All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're diving into a really fascinating concept from our source material, and it all revolves around this one huge idea: commanding your reality. So, let's just start with the big question right up front. Can you actually command your reality? The whole process we're about to walk through is built on the idea that the answer is a definite yes. It suggests there's a very specific path you can follow to do it. So, you know what? Let's walk that path together, step by step. So, where does a journey like this even begin? Well, it doesn't start by going anywhere physically. It's all about shifting your state of being. The very first step is to enter what the source calls the quantum field, which is described as this foundational space, this realm of just infinite possibilities. Okay, so what exactly is this quantum field? What's so interesting about this concept is how simple it is. It's not some place you have to travel to. It's a state of pure potential. And the way you get there? Through one single point of focus: the present moment, the now. And this really says it all, doesn't it? This is the essence of that first step. No complicated rituals, no complex instructions. The key, the only entry point you need, is to simply feel the now. This is the doorway to everything else that's about to happen. So once you're grounded in that present moment, the next stage is all about connection. And this brings us to this really cool idea: connecting to the matrix. The source frames this as tapping into some kind of universal stream of intelligence. And get this, the source describes this connection not as some abstract idea, but as something you can actually feel. It talks about a soft neon green pulse that awakens inside you. And notice how it's described. It's alive. It sees you, it welcomes you, and this is crucial, it's waiting to respond to whatever you decide. The whole process is then broken down into these three clear actions. First, you just acknowledge that feeling, that green pulse. Second, you're guided to visualize these green codes raining around you like digital light. Sounds familiar, right? And finally, you switch from actively visualizing to just receiving, just allowing that stream of living intelligence to flow right through you. Now, this connection, this flow of intelligence, it leads you right to the pivotal moment of the whole thing. Section 3, choosing your new reality. The idea here is that by getting into this state, you've basically unplugged from your past. You are, like it says, no longer tied to the old. So here it is, the critical moment. After all the prep work, after connecting, you land right here, in a moment of pure power. And the instruction couldn't be more simple or direct. Now you choose. This is framed as the deliberate, conscious act of creation. And what are you choosing? Well, the source text points to these huge, fundamental states of being. Not a new car, but the choice to be free, the choice to be rich, to be desired, and maybe most importantly, the choice to be sovereign, to be the ruler of your own reality. And what happens the second you make that choice? According to the source, something profound. Your mind literally connects to a new timeline, a whole different potential reality that's already vibrating with the decision you just made. But, just making a choice isn't the final move. You have to embody it. And that brings us to phase 4, becoming your future self. This is all about learning to vibrate at the frequency of success. And here you can really see the massive shift we're talking about. It's a complete upgrade. You go from feeling tied down to being sovereign, from being stuck on an old timeline to jumping onto a new timeline. You go from feeling separate from reality to actively commanding it. So how do you lock this new state in? The source gives us a series of incredibly powerful present tense affirmations. It all starts with the foundation of your being. I already am. And right after that, you build on it with the affirmation of possession. You're closing that gap between wanting something and having it. I already have. And then you complete the sequence, you seal the deal by declaring that this isn't some future hope. It's your current reality. I already live it. To really cement this belief, the meditation gives you this amazing visual. You see your billionaire self, a symbol of whatever success means to you. And this version of you looks back at you right now and gives you confirmation. They say, you made it. You're here. It's now. Okay,
Everything we've talked about has been leading up to this, the final and, honestly, the most powerful concept in this entire framework. Section 5. You are the code. This is all about commanding the matrix with your own personal frequency.
Because when you fully embody this new frequency, the outcome is, well, it's absolute. The source says that as a result, everything shifts. Everything responds. Your entire outer world starts to rearrange itself to match your inner world. So the real tool here, the mechanism behind all this control, is your frequency. Think of it like the personal vibration, the signal that you're constantly sending out. And it's this vibration that is said to command the matrix and literally bend reality to your will. And then comes the final revelation. It isn't just that you've learned how to use the system, it's that you are the system. The first part of this mind-blowing truth is delivered with such clarity. You are the code. And the final, most empowering statement of them all just brings it all home. There's no separation. You're not a player in the game. You are the game itself. You are the system. And in this really beautiful, perfect loop, we're brought right back to where we started. The final instruction is the exact same as the first one. Take a deep breath, feel the now. It all begins and it all ends with the power you can find in this very moment. And so after going through all of this, we're left with one final powerful question. If you really are the system, and if your frequency is the command, well, the only thing left to figure out is, what frequency will you choose?